Well, I'm going anyways. Let's talk about something important. Put that coffee down. Coffee is for closers only. Happy New Year's, you guys! Last day of 2021. It'll be my last upload of 2021. And today I want to talk to you about finding a location for your photography. A local coffee shop of mine, Feel Love Coffee in Loveland, Colorado, allowed me to have a photo session with Ariana, and I thought that their coffee shop was done up in such a way that it would be perfect to give some New Year's vibes, so I decided I wanted to make this the last video of 2021, and it would be our New Year's video. Now, I had reached out to them because I love the look of their coffee shop, the chandeliers, the gold inlay on the ceilings, their very classic looking furniture. It was absolutely superb, and I really wanted to do a portrait session there. And I really wanted to produce a video while I was there because it's absolutely stunning, it's absolutely beautiful, and that's what I want to talk about today is finding a location for photography. Now, it's not always easy, especially with winter coming up, me not being able to really use my main studio for the last 2 years, though we do have the garage studio set up now, and I'll have a link to that right up there. So I decided that I was going to take a risk and I was going to reach out to a local business that I really liked and that I really enjoyed going to and see if they would allow me to do some portraits there. And they said yes. So we got this video. Now, reaching out to a local business for photography, finding somewhere to take photographs, it can be difficult. I did receive some no's from some other businesses that I've reached out to. One of the key things that I always state in my message is, hello, my name is Nick. I'm a photographer and a YouTuber, and I don't want anything for free. That is what I start out with. I do not want anything for free. I will even pay for my own coffee when I come in, but I really love the look of your establishment, and I really love your product, and I was wondering if I could have permission to come in and make a video and do a photo session. And Feel Love was kind enough to reach out and say that absolutely, they were honored that I wanted to do a photo session there and take some video there, and so we worked it out where I would give them a few days notice before I would show up. It was really earlier in the morning, and so me and Ari showed up and we decided we would do the photo shoot. Now, the important part of this is I didn't want anything in return. Influencers, and I'm not saying that I am an influencer by any means, but influencers and people who do content creation have gotten a bad reputation in the last few years for being demanding and what's the other word I'm looking for? And entitled. And so I don't ever use my YouTube channel or my photography as a way of saying, hey, I want free stuff, I'll shout you out. Instead, I was like, no, I don't want anything for free. I don't want you to give me anything. I'll pay for my coffee. Ariana will pay for her coffee. We just want to come in and use the establishment for photography. I will mention your business. I will have some video of your business in my video. So I'm just really grateful if you were to say yes. I didn't say that. I didn't want to sound like I was beggy, but that was my feelings on it. Was I would just feel really, really grateful if they said, yes, absolutely. We would love if you came in and did your photo session here. And so that is what ended up happening. So one of the things about location scouting and trying to find those locations is small businesses like helping other small businesses. And Feel Love Coffee was kind enough to just say yes and that they were excited for it. And I did make sure to know, again, that I wasn't feeling entitled. Hey, can I have my coffee for free? I will shout you out, or anything like that. I don't like when I have that attitude applied towards me when it comes to models in my local scene. So I refuse to do any kind of business in that manner. So that is one thing to remember. Don't try to flaunt it. Don't try to get anything free. If they're letting you use the establishment for photos, I mean, it's private property. So if they're allowing you to use it, that should be enough of a gift for you. That's my advice there. So while on location, I was respectful of the other customers. We picked a table and some chairs that were way, way, way in the back corner, away from anyone enjoying their coffee, anyone enjoying their meal at the coffee shop. So being respectful is so important when you're using another establishment. I feel as though that it would be okay for me to reach out for them again and be like, hey, I would like to do another photo session and another video. And then I would probably offer something free, like a promo video for their Facebook or a promo video for their Instagram, something to show them that I am very, very, very happy that they allowed me to use it once, and that if I were to use it again, I would give them something for free instead of asking for something for free for myself. Now, while we were in the coffee shop, the actual equipment that we used was extremely important here. I was using the Samyang 50mm f1.4, Samyang 18mm f2.8, and I've got reviews on those videos that I'll have linked down below. Now, the reason I picked those two lenses, I picked the 18mm because it's wide angle, so I could get all of Ariana without interfering with the customers that were around me, without having to really back up to get the photos in. And that f2.8 is fast enough that I was able to capture the light that I needed to in order to make the photos work in that back area with the kind of incandescent lighting. Now the 50mm f1.4 I picked because that f1.4 is such a fast speed. It lets in so much light into the camera that I didn't have to crank the ISO up too much. I was taking photos at about 100 to 200 ISO. Some of them were done at 640 ISO. And of course, we were using the Sony a7 III, which has an amazing low light capabilities. We have a whole video on that I'll link right up there. It's about using a black mist filter, but really we're showcasing the low light usage and capabilities of the Sony a7 III. Now the tripod we were using, and I do recommend a tripod when you're doing indoor photography. That way you don't have to worry about bringing your shutter speed too far down and getting camera shake. The one we were using is the K&F Concept tripod, and we were using the K&F Concept Black Mist Filter 1/4, I believe, Nano Pro, which is why we got those amazing bloomed lights and the chandeliers kind of bloomed with that creamy bokeh. So the f1.4 and the 50mm allowed me to use more of the space, whereas the f2.8 wasn't giving me enough bokeh. People were still identifiable behind Ariana. So most of the photos with the f2.8, the 18mm, are done against a wall or something. So there's really nothing in the background that could potentially show someone who doesn't want to be shown. Now the f1.4 on the 50mm, on the other hand, that is some creamy bokeh back there. That is some absolutely creamy bokeh. You can't really make out anything back there. It was absolutely perfect. It really makes Ariana pop. It really makes her stand out. And the black mist filter creating that creamy background just absolutely is superb. Now, as many of you know, I really enjoy studio photography. I don't really like natural light photography all that much. We talked about that in the Nikon D5100 Christmas video where we did a studio session with Ariana. I'll link that one right up there. I really prefer indoor photography. You have a lot more control. Now, I did not use a speed light and I did not use any strobes whatsoever. I used ambient lighting at the coffee shop because I liked that kind of yellow glow that those incandescent styled LED bulbs were giving us. Incandescent lighting, yeah, it can turn your pictures yellow, but that's really what I was going for kind of this New Year's theme, this nostalgic kind of warm feeling. And you all know that warm photography isn't necessarily my forte. If it was, we would have picked the Canon R6 over the Sony a7 III. I really want to thank Feel Love Coffee again for allowing me to do a photo session there. I would love to do more photography at that location. If you guys are watching this and you're okay with that, I'd be willing to do some product photography for you. I'd be more than willing to do a promo video for you to use exclusively for your Instagram and your Facebook. Free of charge, of course, for letting me use the location. I think it's an absolutely stunning location. I think your coffee is fantastic. It was the real pick-me-up I needed that morning. And again, this video is not endorsed by them. It is not a paid promotion from them. I'm just really happy that they allowed me to use their premise, especially with winter coming and it getting so cold out. It's nice to have a warm indoor place. So one of the takeaways I want everyone to have from this, please don't feel entitled when you're asking a small business to use their location. Sure, it's promotion for them, but unless they approach you, they may have a photographer on staff already or they're doing their own social media. If you want to use their establishment, let them know beforehand that you're not asking for anything. You're not asking for pay. You're not asking for a free product or anything like that. It's a beautiful location. It's going to help your photography. It's going to help your video or whatever it is you're doing. And you have to approach it that way because content creators such as myself and many others kind of have gotten a bad rap in the last few years because of the entitled influencers. Those stories always go viral because no one likes that entitlement. So we got to try to step away from that entitlement, and we've got to try to work together with these small businesses, with these small communities that we have, especially in the artistic world, to show them that we appreciate that they're there. We appreciate that they allow us to use their space. And again, not everyone's going to let you, but you got to not feel entitled about it. And you got to make sure that they know that you're not asking for something for free in exchange. They're a small business just like we all are, so we've got to try to all work together. And that is my New Year's resolution, is to try and do more videos in small locations, promote more small artists, small businesses in my local area. The wind's calmed down enough for me to finish up this video here. I want to thank all of you for a wonderful 2021. We hit 1,000 subscribers this year. We hit 1,500 subscribers this year. I started a Patreon. I'm not really going to fool around with that. The link for it's down below if you're interested. But I want to thank all of you so much for joining me this year. 2021 it's been a great year for the channel. It's been a great year for my photography and my video. I think I've improved a whole lot. So here's to 2022. We've got some wonderful goals. We have some wonderful things we want to achieve. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell notification so you know right when I upload, and I'll catch you all on the flip side. Bye.